Okay, hello there, I am MasterDalK, excuse me, and I am here to cast another ESEA match between Robot eSports and Team dotSCA. Sorry I'm late, I just had a little bit of trouble getting those replays, but I got them now. All's good, it's all good. Now these are off of replays, but they are extremely recent as they were played just 2 hours ago. Okay, so it's all set up here. Okay. Well, I have the replay ready, so okay, sorry. Please be patient. Okay, I was just getting some stuff set up. that's a lot of fun. Never mind. I'm sorry. Again, I'm extremely sorry that this is taking so long. Just want to make sure that it's good. Okay, it seems okay right now. So let's get into this game here. We're upset. Anyway. Okay. So the map of week 4 this week is GSL Daybreak, as you can see here. On the bottom left hand corner we have from Team dotSCA, it is Astria, the blue Protoss. And over on the top right hand corner it is Arunkart from Team Robot, from Robot eSports. So this is a PvP. Some people say it's one of the most funnest to watch, but I say it's the most hated to play. As there's not a lot of options to do that work in this matchup. Now again, these are replays, but they're very recent. They were only played 2 hours ago. Around 9 o'clock, we'll get into the rest of the matches of this ESEA match, as they will be happening live. These players just had some timing issues, so they played it at 6 Eastern, of course. So as we see here, Astria has just plopped down his cybernetic score. He has 1 gas already. He's Chrono boosting out his gateway right here. And it looks like Arunkart already had his cybernetic score and is now dropping down a second second assimilator, so we should see a robotics facility coming out of him sometime soon, and Astria will be doing the same as by putting down an assimilator. I do see that Astria will be using these first 2 zealots to gain some map control. Arunkart does have that stalker already. It will allow him to just be a little bit ahead here. So we do see Arunkart did just put down a robotics facility. Also has another gateway going with it. And it looks like Astria wants to do a little bit of damage here. We see that these 2 stalkers of Astria are targeting down that 1 zealot. Arunkart did just get a sentry and force field the ramp immediately, so Astria will not be able to do any damage for now, and it looks like he's going to be heading back to his base now. And he is expanding now, so it will allow him to he'll have quite an advantage. And as you can see, his robotics facility is just a little bit late for that compared to his opponent. But that was because he is getting that second nexus. Now this is an ESEA match. If you're a little confused on how the format works, what happens is that there's 4 best of 3s for points. If your team wins a best of 3, then you get 1 point for that. And what happens is that if it's tied 2-2 from all the best of 3s there, it goes to an ace match. And whoever wins that best of 3 will win the whole match. Now the points are used to decide who will be getting into the 16-team double elimination playoffs, which will be happening after all 8 weeks of ESEA. There's currently 31 teams playing in ESEA. I hear it's quite a lot compared to what has happened before. Anyways, back into the game now. We see that Arunkart is just dodging his opponent's observer with his observer, so yeah, he can see that that Astria does in fact have a second Nexus, so he is behind economically. We see that he's now dropping down 2 more gateways. He is chrono boosting his first Colossus, and he has another one queued up. Thermal Lance has not begun just yet, so we'll have to see whether or not it'll make a difference. Astria now starting his first Colossus at the robotics facility, and we see that Aruncart is now moving out. His first 2 stalkers do catch those a little off guard. Take a look at the army supply. It is in favor of Aruncart, but only by 4 here. Whoops, my bad. That wasn't what I wanted. But you can see here that, in fact, Aruncart does have his first Colossus out already, and he will soon shortly be getting his second. You see that Astria is chasing Aruncart Observer with a stalker, and his Observer doesn't look like it'll matter right now. So the first Colossus was just a little out of position there. Looks like he will be retreated. Aruncart will be trying to take out this debris. Field's trapping these zealots here. It looks like Astria is just trying to buy for more time so that he can get just a few more forces. The second Colossus is already out for Aruncart, so he does have that advantage. More force fields to trap one zealot and kill it off. Sentries do have a bit of energy. Some good force fields coming out of Aruncart there. And it looks like Arunchart's going in for the kill. All of his zealots. The Colossus are just melting away Astria's zealots here right now, but it does look like Astria just has enough zealots. The Immortal's now getting taken down, and that's a great pickoff by Astria there. But it looks like the first Colossus does in fact go down here, but there is another one for Astria on the high ground. It's also getting targeted down as well. Aruncart is now forced to hold back as his only buffers of stalkers are in the red. More units are getting warped in by this forward pylon outside the base, and it looks like Aruncart will be heading in again. Now, as Astria only can warp in Zealots here, and Colossus beat the Zealots any day, as they do just melt, literally melt away when fighting Colossus. But right now, the old Aruncart does not have any buffer for those Colossus. The shields are almost gone. And it looks like Arunchart's just going to retreat just a little bit, gather up a few more forces, but it will allow Astria to get a few more forces of his own. Aruncart has been very active with this Observer, as it has seen everything of his opponents. And we see that Aruncart is heading in once again here. Will it get that one stalker? No, it will not. 4 more Zealots are getting warped in, and it looks like Aruncart is only using Zealots for the buffer, and it's not working so well, as now Astria has the stalkers and units, and that is GG from Aruncart, as all he has left there, all he had left were those 2 Colossus, so he was forced to GG there. So that was alrighty here. So I'm just going to load up the next replay. So currently Aruncart is down 1 game. He tried to go for an early Colossus push, but he didn't have any units to buffer. And Astria just had superior production facilities, so he was able to get a lot of reinforcements and just overtake his opponent. Okay, so let's get into game number 2 here now of Arenkart versus Astria. So this is on GSL Antigua Shipyard. On the bottom right hand area we have from team dotSCA, it is Astria. Over on the opposite side of the map, the red Protoss from Robot eSports, he is Arenkart. So this is an ESEA match, so that means this is just a first best of 3. There will for sure be 3 more after this one. They will be coming up shortly after this. I'm sorry I had StarCraft muted there. My bad. So we'll just have to see what these 2 players decide to do. Now, last game we saw Arenkart go for fast Colossus push, but it did fail as all he was able to warp in were just 4 Zealots at a time, while his opponent Astra had an extra Nexus. He had 2 more warp gates as well, so he was able to get a better set of units than Arenkart could. So we see that Arenkart is heading out with his scouting probe here. By the way, if you do like my casting, please feel free to hit the follow button. Oh, it makes me feel good on the inside if you do. So we see that Astra did put down his assimilator first, as did Arenkart. Our red Protoss has put his cyber core down just a little bit earlier than Astra, as we have seen that Astra has been going for a Zealot before putting down his cyber core, as it is just a little bit more safer. And we see that the first Zealot is out, and it will be scouting in the fog there, just to make sure that there's no sort of shenanigans going on. And we do see that Astro is building a pylon over towards his 3rd here. So what could this mean? Well, we don't know yet. And we do see that warp gate has started for both these players now. And Arenkart currently has the double gas taken. Astra just now taking his 2nd assimilator. And it looks like Arenkart's probe will get chased out Astra's base by that first Zealot. So if you just joined me, this is Robot eSports versus Team dotSCA from ESEA, as it has been scrolling through on the starboard there. Whoops, button. There we go. So we do see that Astra is pushing out with his first 2 Zealots and Stalkers here. Arenkart has scouted it, so he did get a sentry quickly, as he will be able to just force field off his ramp. So it looks like Astra was just waiting for that 2nd Stalker to arrive, and he is now heading up to the natural area. And Arenkart Stalkers have already started attacking the Zealots, and the force field did go down, but 2 Zealots did in fact get in, so the Stalkers of Astra are able to shoot into the high ground. Those first 2 Zealots did go down though. And we see that Blink is already getting researched by Arncart, by both of these players actually. A robotics facility, and 2 more gateways going up for Arncart. Astra getting 2 more gateways, and a robotics facility as well. So pretty similar builds here. And we see that Arncart is now moving out with his forces onto the map. He is now put the Zolanga Tower, and Arncart's going to start his push by putting a forward pylon. And Astra putting down even another pylon over here. Does this probe see it? No, it does not, in fact. Looks like Astra will be going for mainly Stalker Army. Blink just finished for Arncart, while Astra still has about 20 seconds left for him. So we'll just have to see how this turns out. So Blink has just finished for both of these players, and it looks like Astra will blink away, but Arncart doing an aggressive blink and got to kill one of the stalkers here. And Arncart does pick off that forward pylon, but Astra picked off Arncart's forward pylon. So we see that there was a little fight there. Astra did blink away without losing a single stalker. Arncart did lose one of his. Let's just take a look at the resources lost tab here. It is pretty even, but Astra has just lost 100 more resources. And we do see that, oh look at this, Arncart did in fact have a proxy pylon at his opponent's natural, and 3 zealots have arrived into Arncart's base. Astra is currently supply blocked, though in the red here. The observer of Arncart will allow him to blink into the main, and he has more stalkers here, and he is not kiting away. All he has lost 2 zealots. Astra did blink away, and Arncart will just get this immortal for free here now. Arncart is doing quite a bit of damage, and he even took care of those 3 zealots in his main base. And we do see that Arncart is going to have to retreat just a little bit, as he did lose quite a few stalkers there. Take a look at here, and Astra killed off 11 probes with those first 3 stalkers. And it looks like the manager for dotSCA is helping me cast here. Now Arncart with his 5 stalkers was trying to do a little bit more poke, but he is forced to go back. Astra currently has 2 proxy pylons at his opponent's base. Arncart will be expanding here, as will Astra, but it looks like Astra will be heading out now. Arncart is forced to push back even more, as he currently only has those 6 stalkers, while Astra has a lot more. Astra is ahead by 20 supply. More zealots getting warped into Arncart's base, but they did get taken care of as his stalkers did arrive. And this pylon will now go down. Astra now supply blocked once again in the red. 3 more pylons are coming out for him though, so it doesn't look like it'll be that much of a problem. Forge now going down for Astra. The Arncart is just trying to build up as many forces as he can to just stabilize it. Ironcart's expansion is up, and Astria's is as well. Take a look at the income tab. It's pretty close, 35 to 37. The mineral income just a little bit in favor of our robot esports player, but it looks like our dotSCA player will catch up fairly quickly, as he does have just a few more probes at his expansion. A robotics bay now going up for Ironcart here, while charge and +1 weapons has begun for Astria. And the observer of Ironcart does in fact live, as it goes into this little abyss which cannot be hit by stalkers. And it looks like Astria will be putting down a Templar Archives, so they have gone two different paths in the tech tree, one going Colossus, one going High Templars. Currently, Astria does have his 3rd and 4th gas available, and he's just now beginning to mine off of them. Take a look at the army supply real quick. It's actually pretty even, 50 to 49. Same thing with the worker supply as well. Now Astria does have this one pylon still here, so if Ironcart does decide to move out, Astria can just warp in a few zealots or stalkers or whatever he pleases and just run them in. The first Colossus is out for Ironcart. Thermal Lance is 30 seconds remaining. And Astria does not look like he will be getting many stalkers. He's making a lot of charge lots. He has 3 immortals and a few stalkers as well. But Ironcart does have 2 Colossus, and these Colossus will be able to just gobble up those zealots. But Astria does know that Colossus are out. +1 armor and +1 ground weapons are on the way for Ironcart, while Astria is just now getting +2 weapons. Seems that this pylon does get taken out, but Astria now taking his 3rd expansion, his 2nd expansion. These two players are doing relatively similar timings for their bases to go up. So we do see that Ironcart is now on double robo production. And Astria just now getting his Colossus production up, but he does have that 2nd robo as well here. We'll just have to see how it pans out, whether or not one of these players do in fact miss their round of units. And the 3rd base is now almost up for Ironcart. It is up for Astria. Charge now begun researching for our red Protoss. It's 59 to 62, so these two players are relatively even. But Ironcart looked like his income just dropped a little because he wasn't mining for a little bit. It is even. Units lost tab. 200 resource difference in favor of Astria. 2-2 has begun for Ironcart now, while +1 armor just started for Astria. So we do see that Astria's army is mainly charge lots. He has 2 Colossus, 3 Colossus now. an Archon mixed in, and a few Stalkers. While Arunkart has 7 Colossus here, and a very small buffer. So it does look like neither of these players wants to take a fight anytime soon. 6 more gateways going down for Arunkart, and it will bring him up to 10 warp gates. That is, he only had 4 as of right now, which is probably why his buffer was so small. You do see that Arunkart is now getting his Templar Archives, and Astra is getting a Stargate. That is going to be exciting. He's also taking a 4th as well, and it does look like Arunkart wants to move out into the map. He currently has 10 Colossi. That is quite a large number. He does also have Hallucination, and hallucinates a Phoenix here. It does see that his opponent has a Colossus as well. Now Astria should probably make a lot of Phoenix off of that Stargate that he got up. Or not, as he is making a fleet beacon, so he might be getting a mothership in this game. And we do see that Astria will be coming in from both sides on his opponent here. And although Arunkart has a ton of Colossus, he has a rather small gateway force, and Astria, but is in fact pushed back here, as Arunkart just has so many Colossus. But Astria with another round of Warpins is able to take out 1 Colossus, almost taking out another one. And now Arunkart is dropped down to 4 Colossus. Astria with a 15 supply lead. And Astria now has the Colossus lead. And he also has this extra base as well. And the mothership is about halfway done now. So Astria his army is getting scarier and scarier by the minute. Arunkart's main is mined out. His natural is almost mined out. His 3rd is now getting saturated. Astria does have 3 mining bases. Arunkart did spot it with that probe, as you can see here. And the mothership is now 5 seconds away from coming out onto the field. +2 armor is going down for Astria right here. Arunkart keeping his position at the middle, and it now looks like he wants to make a move towards the 4th base of his opponent. 2 zealots are getting warped. Did get warped in over to the side, and we will begin attacking this 1 Colossus here. Shields are gone, and it's in the yellow now. This is rather amazing. Arunkart really needs to see this, and he does in fact see it. But the Colossus is in the red now. Will it go down? Yes, it does go down. A Colossus goes for 2 zealots. That's quite a magnificent trade for Astria. And Astria now with an almost max army. It's 199, close enough. And it looks like there is going to be a fight here. All of the Colossus of Astria are 3 Colossus of Astria are just a little bit too far out. The Colossus of Arunkart are just being able to target down Astra's whole army, but the mothership has arrived now. Four Colossus do get cloaked, and it looks like Arunkart is forced to pull back as he cannot see anything. He doesn't have a single observer anywhere on the map, and Astra has been saved by this one mothership there. So now Arunkart, he has again 10 Colossus once again. The debris over here is taken out. The Nexus did in fact go down from Arankart's little push here. So Astra has to remote mine off of these probes for a little while. And it looks like Arunkart is moving farther into Astra territory once again. He has arrived. The mothership needs to run before it gets hit by the stalkers. A nice feedback, getting rid of all of the shields there. And the mothership does in fact go down, so now it's just Astra's army that will be doing it. Two observers are here as well, so Arunkart was able to also hit them, but Astra is just demolishing Arankart's army, as it is a 2-2 army versus a 3-2 army. Astra did have that one extra attack upgrade, and that is GG from Arunkart. And that means Astra takes this game 2-0. That was very exciting. Oh, right there. So Team dotSCA did win that first match there. Okay, so that ended rather quickly. Okay, so I'm just going to put on some music for a little bit until I figure out what I'm going to do until 9 o'clock.
fantasy, a pleasure, and have grown tired, have lived to learn that this does not satisfy. I don't believe you know what I'm talking about. Did you hear what I said? I don't believe you know what I'm talking about. Do you all know what I'm talking about? Did you hear what I said? Do you all know what I'm talking about? If you believe it, try. Did you hear what I said? If you believe it, try.
Okay, so the next game will begin within the next 10 minutes. So I'll just find something that we can do real quick. Okay, I'm going to try seeing if I can find something really quick. Oh, here's something good. Okay, so it looks like we might even have... It looks like we're going to have... Robot eSports, Slim Power versus whoever comes from the dotSCA lineup. By the way, if you want to see more of me, follow me on Twitter, @MasterDalK. You'll see updates about what I'm going to be doing, and random things that come from my head. This is Robot eSports versus Team dotSCA from ESEA, as it says over there. So we're just waiting. I'm just waiting on some confirmation of what's going to be happening from both managers of the teams. Sorry about the wait. Some things have come up with the team.SCA lineup. So they're just trying to figure things out. Let's see. By the way, if you ever want to see some VODs or just general awesomeness, go to YouTube and go to the channel NozzGamingChannel. It has VODs of my work. Another thing I guess I could mention is that if you have something that needs a cast report and you like my casting, please feel free to just contact me. My preferable way of contact would be off of Twitter, as I am always there. Through Facebook. Facebook's kind of stupid. Okay, and it looks like we will get a game going now. It's going to be Team dotSCA's Hummingbird versus Team dotSCA's Hummingbird versus Robot eSports Slim Power. Excuse me. My keyboard hates me. Okay, so the game countdown has begun already. That was rather unexpected. I was busy setting stuff up, but it doesn't matter, because I'm ready now. And it is going to be on GSL Daybreak. Well, TSL4 Daybreak. Okay. Excuse me. Just need to fix this up. Okay. So on the bottom left-hand corner of TSL4 Daybreak, we have the blue Terran Hummingbird. Ooh. And on the top right-hand corner, the red Terran from Robot eSports. It is Slim Power. Or Slim. So this is a TVT. Hopefully it doesn't get to be too extremely long, because extremely long games are the best to cast, aren't they? Also, because I forgot to get water. Oh well, I'll just have to do without water for today. Water's for the weak. No, I'm kidding. It's important. Don't hate. So we do see that Slim Power and Hummingbird are both dropping down their barracks here now. Now this is ESEA Week 2 Robot Esports versus Team dotSCA, and I have a habit of putting the away team as the home team, and I don't really think it matters, but whatever. Whatever. It is currently Team dotSCA is up 1 series. Astra 2-0'd Arenkart, I believe. I hope that was an R. I just wrote it on. Arenkart got 2-0'd. Oh, and it looks like Slim Power will be going for a 1-Rex expand over here, as he has been banking up quite a few minerals there. And as soon as he hits 400, which will be right now, he drops the command center. Slim Power is getting a tech lab. Maybe this will be a 3-Rex expand. I hope it's a 3-Rex expand. They are fun. And it is a not 3-Rex expand, 3 Reaper expand. I'm sorry. But it is a 3 Reaper expand. So we see that Slim Power is getting both his refineries now. Command Center is about halfway done. Command Center for Hummingbird now gets dropped down at the natural. And we see that second Reaper is queued up, or queued up. Queued up sounds right. So we'll just have to see how Slim Power will react to this. As Slim Power has no idea that this is even coming. As you can see, he only knows that there is just a barracks. Doesn't know that there is a tech lab. Slim Power's command center is up, and he has begun saturating it. The Reaper is now coming in from the bottom of the base. There is a bunker there, and the Reaper does live! And it gets one SCV. It gets two SCVs and it dies, as the Marine did just come out of the bunker and decided that that Reaper needs to die. The second Reaper is here at the far Zelnaga Tower. Now Slim Power did just scan the base here, and he does now see that there's a tech lab. 2 reactors are going up for Hummingbird. So it looks like it's going to be a 3 racks build coming from him, and it's going to be a 1-1-1 coming out of Slim Power, as the starport is now going up after the factory. And we might see some Cloak Banshee play coming out of Slim Power, as the tech lab is there already, and the starport, as soon as it finishes, should be lifting off and landing right next to it, grabbing the tech lab. And Hellions are also coming out from Slim Power. And it seems to be very good, as there are no mechanical units out for Hummingbird right here. It's just Marines and SCVs, if you want to count them. An SCV from Slim Power heading over to the Zelnaga Tower to see that there is another Reaper here. Slim Power now taking his 3rd and 4th gas. Hummingbird just now getting his factory. We do see that this Hellion did take out that Reaper there, so it is no longer existent in this version of StarCraft, at least for now. Cloak is halfway finished. The first Banshee is almost finished. Another factory coming out, so this looks to be a mech play from Slim Power. So we do see that Stim and +1 weapons have begun for Hummingbird. Cloak is 20 seconds away from finishing. So we do see that there are also some Hellions for Slim Power over at the Zelnaga Tower, and the Banshee has arrived. There isn't a turret here yet. The reactor is on the starport for Hummingbird, and well, that was some really weird lag there. That doesn't usually happen. The first medevac has begun production. Cloak did finish, and this Banshee is now cloaked. Missile is going up frantically. The SCV does get targeted down. There isn't a scan yet, and the scan is available now, but it's not getting dropped down just yet. The missile turret has finished, and Slim Power did get away safely. The second Banshee is out for Slim Power as well over at the Zelnaga Tower, along with those Hellions. 3rd and 4th gas now getting taken. You see that the factory is just flying over and will be used as a scout. A drop geared up for Hummingbird, but Slim Power did see it with this Banshee. And he is now dropping down his engineering bay, but he is also sending a Hellion and a few Marines over to that corner of his base, so nothing will catch him off guard for right now. You do see that the Marines and the 2 Marauders are over to the Zelnaga Tower, almost killing a Hellion there. And the Banshees are back in the natural now. They do blow, but there is the tech. And now it looks like it was just a scan. The Banshee is now turning down that refinery. The drop did in fact fail for Hummingbird. We do see that his bio army is now heading over towards Slim Power's natural. Siege is done, the bunkers are empty though. Just a few Hellions and this one tank. One Hellion does go down. And it looks like Hummingbird is just going to back off just for a little bit. There are two tanks out now for Slim Power. A third one just needs to get sieged up. A Viking is out here and will begin attacking that factory. The factory does see this third command center over here. Blue Flame has begun for a robot Lair. +1 armor on the way for Hummingbird. This Banshee is still here, it hasn't died, but this missile turret does prevent it from getting in. Right now, it's quite a few tanks for our red player here. 7 tanks, that's quite a bit. Just a few Hellions, 3 to be exact, for him, and we do see that the third command center has begun loading for him and will land. 2 medevacs loaded to the brim are headed over for Slim Power's base though, but again, Slim Power already with the units here. Marines will end up killing one of the medevacs, and that's really bad. All of the Marines did land, but there's also a Hellion here, but it gets caught. It dies as well. A Viking does take out the medevac, and all of that force did go down. What damage did it do? It actually didn't do a lot. In fact, Hummingbird has lost double the amount of resources as his opponent, and that's pretty bad. The third base is now up for Hummingbird though, as well as for Slim Power, so it looks to be even economically. The fact is, Slim Power with just a 4 SCG lead, but he does have a lot more mules available. And we do see that Slim Power is heading out now. He has all his tanks, 3 sieged up, the rest now sieging up with a few Hellions and Vikings to take care of the medevacs. And we do see that Slim Power is just slowly sieging up closer and closer to his opponent's base. A few tanks now above the ramp, on the ramp now. One Viking just a little bit too far ahead. Does go down, and it looks like Hummingbird will try flanking them, but Slim Power had a Viking here already and knows that it was coming. Instead, it looks... oh, it does in fact look like Hummingbird wants to try flanking him. All these siege tanks are here. They're also all sieged up. They killed off all of those SCUs. Take a look at the workers lost. That 36 workers lost. Quite a large number. Hummingbird now dropping his bio army onto the tanks. They are on siege though, so they will just be able to target them as only one drop at a time. All of the bio army did just go down, and there is now 6 tanks for Slim Power here. And now they are in range of that orbital command, and they will just begin shooting down everything. Take a look at the income tab. It's 65 to 36. That is a huge difference. Hellions arriving just in time to get rid of those Marauders that were dropped down onto those tanks. Whatever Hummingbird can produce, he's trying to bring it down. friendly fire just killing off the Hellion almost. You see 2 more Vikings have arrived, so the Hellions don't need to be the spotter anymore. Barracks almost going down. The Marauder does get out, but it dies to the Hellions anyways. We do see Cloaking Field for the Banshees is on the way for Hummingbird, but will it be much of a difference? We'll have to see. +1 shift weapons as well. So it looks like he really thinks that these Banshees are the only way he can win this match. Slim Power now moving up to the main base with his tanks and Hellions now sieging up into the main. He is not in range of that starport enough. 3 Banshees on the way. This is quite a few. The only detection Slim Power has are just scans. It looks like Hummingbird will be dropping a command center here to take another base. Being hopeful that it will in fact stay alive. 1 Banshee does go down, the second one is taking a little bit of damage. And it is almost dead. Oh no, Slim Power in fact aims at the other Banshee as this one does float. The only anti-air Slim Power has right now is this 1 Viking, but it looks to be enough. As 2 of the Banshees did go down, but Slim Power is in fact forced to retreat. Slim Power though does have 3 command centers on the ready, and they are heading all over the place to land. So that means Slim Power will be on 6 bases as soon as they land and begin mining, but Hummingbird has 5 Banshees. That's quite a few. And they are now heading over. They will cross paths with one of the command centers. It doesn't look like they'll stop just yet. In fact, they will, and as soon as this command center lands... What the hell's going on with this lag? That's crazy. 2 Hellions did force Hummingbird to pick up the command center from here and put it somewhere else. All of the workers are dead at this 3rd base. 73 to 18. Slim Power just has an enormous lead. A turret up. And that's GG from Hummingbird. So that means Robot eSports Slim Power is up the first game. Okay, so we're just waiting on the second game to start up. By the way, if you enjoy my casting, please feel free to hit that follow button. You may think that it doesn't help, but it does. It helps my self-esteem so much. And post. Okay, my stream delay just stopped working, so I'm going to have to just gonna activate the delay server real quick. Okay, if you see this or hear this, please write it in the chat. Say, like, type 1 into the chat to let me know if you hear this. Type 1 into the chat when you hear this. Okay, that's a good enough delay for me. Okay, I just want to check what the delay was. You. Uh. Okay, so the next map will be Ohana LE. Okay, and the countdown has begun now. And it's going to be game number 2. Oh, and it looks like, actually, Hummingbird is a random player. Ooh, this is quite the development. Slim Power's a Terran, but Hummingbird's a random player. That is what we saw TBT, so we're just going to have to see what race Hummingbird will come out as. And it is a TBT once again over on the bottom right hand corner of TSL4 Ohana. We have Slim Power from Robot eSports. And over on the opposite side of the map, top left to be exact, he's currently down 0-1. It is dotSCA Hummingbird. If you're just joining me now, this is ESEA Week 2, Robot eSports versus Team dotSCA. Now, how ESEA works is that there are 4 best of 3s. And if you win a best of 3, that means your team gets a point. The number of the 16 teams with the most points will get into the double elimination playoffs, which will be happening in 6 weeks. So I believe that will be sometime in October. Now both of these players are dropping down their barracks. Hummingbird dropping down a refinery as well. Just want to check this out, and I have faster APM than that guy. Feel good. I'm kidding. He probably just doesn't enjoy spamming a lot. Yes, he just doesn't enjoy spamming a lot. That explains a lot. As to be honest, you only really need that much APM at the beginning of the game. Let's just take a look at his camera real quick.
SCV ready.
Now let's take a look at Hummingbird's camera. Yep, that seems about right. Anyways, back to the ESEA format. If it is tied 2-2, so both teams have 2 points from a match, they will go to an ace match. That means whoever wins that ace match, which is also a best of 3, whoever wins that ace match will win the match. So this is like the Pro League. Now, since this... Okay, by the way, Slim Power going 3 racks build. Now, since this game is just in the middle, I just really need to say this. I just want to say rest in peace. KT Rolster's Violet. He was one of the best Brood War players. He passed away from having acute leukemia yesterday or the day before that. So that's very saddening. Death does not really come a lot in esports. It's very saddening when it does. Well, anyways, back into the game here. I just really need to bring that up. Anyways, let's get back into the game now. So anyways, we see that Slim Power does have his expansion up. Hummingbird has not expanded just as of yet. He does have a 1-1-1 build and is going Cloak Banshee. Slim Power did scan, but he didn't see the starport as it was just so far off. We do see that Slim Power has a few Marines. The supply depot is lowered. Looks like he will head back just a little bit as Hummingbird did have all of his Marines already attacking Slim Power's reinforcements. And we see now that Slim Power does in fact have more Marines. So he will push Hummingbird back to his base. Hummingbird now getting his second command center. Cloak almost finished the Banshee. The first Banshee is out. Cloak only 10 seconds away now. A Hellion is out for Hummingbird here. And it will help get rid of a lot of these Marines. So it looks like Hummingbird will have to make his second command center in his main and float it over, but Slim Power, in fact, does still have Marines attacking Hummingbird's wall. The Banshee is now dealing damage to the Marines. 3 more now up the ramp will begin attacking the wall once again. And it doesn't look like Slim Power wants to give up just yet, but this Banshee for Hummingbird is in fact in the main base of Slim Power. It has 16 kills already, that's quite a bit. Slim Power just trying to stay near this one turret that is in fact up. This Banshee is almost out of energy. It's still in detection range though, so Marines can still hit it. This Banshee is in the red and Cloak does wear off. It has 14 hit points left. 3 Marines are rushing to go and kill it. 30 kills now. Take a look at the income tab. It's 4 SCVs only, or 2 SCVs only for Slim Power right now. That's a huge difference. And Slim Power now with that big of a deficit in harvesters will have to spend a lot of his energy and resources into getting back that harvester count. A third Banshee has now arrived. Cloak up. Now there is a turret here, so it is detected. The Marines are just trying to get a good angle of hitting it. There's only one turret at the main for Slim Power. not quite in the best position either. Banshee now, 7 kills so far. Does pick off the mule, which is a good thing for Hummingbird. It looks like he will pull back with that Banshee, as it is in the red for health. Nope, instead he will just come back when Cloak is about to finish. Or not. 1-1 is on the way for Hummingbird as well as Stim. 3rd and 4th gas immediately getting taken by Hummingbird. Take a look at here. 32 workers killed. It's quite a lot. It is currently about 40-5. And that is GG from Slim Power. So that means that it is tied 1-1, and we're just going to go to a 3rd match to see who will win this series. You guys are very hilarious in the chat. Okay, and we're getting into game number 3 between dotSCA's Hummingbird and Robot eSports' Slim Power. It's going to be on Antigua Shipyard. And the game is now loading. Again, this is a TVR, R standing for random. As you can see, there is a dice there. If you like my casting at all, hit the follow button above the player. Okay, and it's going to be a ZVT. Ooh. So Hummingbird spawning on the bottom left location on Antigua Shipyard from Team.SCA. Here he is, the blue Zerg. And on the opposite side of the map, as this is forced cross spawns, the red Terran, Slim Power. Slim Power did take game number 1 in a TVT where it was... Whoa. Hummingbird looked like he wanted to 6-pool, but in fact was not allowed, as Slim Power did go for a very early scout. Before even making his supply depot, he decided to scout. And this SCV will just patrol to block that hatchery just a little bit, dropping the supply depot to block it even more. So, as to what I was saying, Slim Power, he won in game 1, as he did have a better army compared to his opponent. And it looks like that supply depot did just go down now. Hatchery going up for Hummingbird at 15. Barracks about halfway done for Slim Power here. Oh, Excuse me, I must set myself to busy. There we go. There we go. All is good now. Roach extractor going down for Hummingbird before his spawning pool. So it looks like we'll see some early metabolic boost. It looks like Slim Power has some shenanigans going on, as he does have that barracks over towards the left part of his base, almost as if he does not want Hummingbird to see it. Hummingbird did in fact see it though, so it doesn't look like it'll be that much of a surprise to him. We do see that another SCV is heading over towards Hummingbird's base. The spawning pool is about to finish. The hatchery just finishing. SCV is just hanging around. Will it drop a bunker? Nope, in fact, it will not. Oh, and look at this. Slim Power dropping, lifting, and landing on the low ground and rallying up to high ground. That seems to make perfect sense. Two more barracks as well on the bottom area of Slim Power's base, and they will also be landing on the low ground, so it looks like Slim Power, he wants to do an early push. Metabolic boost immediately begins as soon as that spawning pool finishes. A roach horn going up as well. This SCV is here. Still, it did not die, as there were no Zerglings or Queens out when it was leaving. Terror music is my favorite. I just like the redneck feel you get from it. Oh, and Slim Power now heading up. This SCV is on the creep. Will drop a bunker. That's what I'm waiting to see. The Queen does immediately begin puncturing that SCV suit. A bunch of SCVs are here with Slim Power as well, though, so this will be an all-in. In fact, one roach does get trapped and killed. And now this Queen will also go down as well here. Slim Power doing a great job at dealing some damage. He's picking one target and only going after that instead of just hold positioning everything. Drones getting pulled as well from Hummingbird. 4 more Zerglings are here to try and trap Slim Power. There are quite a few Marines here. All the Zerglings do go down. Only 3 Marines died there. This one Zergling being really cheeky, being at red. And now it looks like Slim Power is having to retreat. Take a look. Workers killed 12 SCVs. That's quite the amount to lose, especially versus a Zerg with their larvae injects. They can get a ton of drones immediately if required. That one barracks did in fact lift and go back to the high ground now into the main base. The Marines are at the top of the ramp. And it looks like Slim Power still wants to keep this going as he is heading back down the ramp. It's going to be a Roachling composition from our dotSCA player. 3rd and 4th gases are being taken now. Failing Nest going down as well. And we see now 12 Marines are... Nope, 14 Marines heading for the Zelnaga Tower. They do have sight, but these roaches are just eating away at those Marines. Their green goop just makes them die instantly almost in this game. Slim Power can not really afford to do anything else. He's not even making SCVs. He's just dropping as many mules as he can right now. He has 15 Marines right now. And Hummingbird has a 40 supply lead. It's a huge difference. These two barracks were spotted as well by these roaches. Will they be able to land successfully? Yes, they will, but they immediately start getting attacked by those roaches. The Marines of Slim Power have arrived here. The Marines are trying to stutter step and kill as many of these roaches as possible. 2 roaches went down so far. Slim Power might be able to pull this off if he has amazing unit management. And Hummingbird screws up a lot. And look at this. There are well Bailings out, and with a pure Marine composition of our Terran player, those Bailings will be able to just blow up and demolish this entire army. So we do see that Hummingbird with his gigantic Zerg army just goes, and the Bailings do blow up, and that is GG from Slim Power, so that means Slim Power will lose 2-1 in this series. So we're going into our next game in a little bit. So currently Team dotSCA is ahead 2-1 in this ESEA match. My keyboard isn't French on StarCraft, that's just great. Always what I want. I'm just on the Twitters. While we're on the topic of Twitter, follow me on Twitter, as I will put up information of what I'm going to be casting and stuff like that on it. Also, if you have an event that needs a caster and you like my casting, please feel free to ask me to do it. I'll probably be able to do it. Okay, so we're getting into game number 2 right after I just set up my scoreboard. So it's going to be dotSCA, dotSCA's one of many versus Robot Schneider. Just making sure I spell it properly. It's going to be a ZVP. Okay, so we're going to be getting into game number 1 here. It's going to be on Daybreak. Okay, and game 2 has begun. Oh, are you kidding me? That... Oh, seriously? Fine. Okay, so on the bottom left-hand corner of MLG Daybreak, it is Schneider from Team Robot. And so, there we go. And over on the opposite side of the map, we have the blue Protoss from Team dotSCA. It is one of many. So it looks like one of many will be going for a Forge Fast Expand or Gateway Fast Expand. A lot of Protoss players have been going for the Gateway Fast Expand. I truly don't like it. I just don't like it. I like having a Forge. It makes me feel safe. So right now, Schneider looks to be going for a 15 match or 15 pool, whichever one his heart desires. One of many being cheeky, trying to steal some minerals, and it will in fact be a 15 pool coming out of Schneider. And it looks like one of many will now be putting down his forge. And as soon as he gets 400 minerals, we'll put down that Nexus. One of many is also putting down a pylon over at Schneider's Natural as to delay the hatchery just a little bit longer, but it did get cancelled. And Schneider is finally able to put down that hatchery. The Nexus did go down for one of many over here on the top right-hand area. And will it be a cannon or a gateway first? It's going to be a cannon first. So far, no gas have been taken. 2 Zerglings are out. Gateway now warping in for our Protoss player. Mouse, stop screwing up on me, please. Schneider will be going for a very fast third. It's only been 4 minutes, getting a third base. And Schneider is now getting his gas. So his metabolic boost will be just a little bit late, but it will be happening nonetheless. Oh, and look at this, one of many. He's a map hacker. He knew that third base was going to be going up. And he went there with that probe that was at the Zelnaga Tower earlier. Even got past this one Zerglin. No, I don't really mean he's a map hacker, okay? Just saying. That looked pretty fishy. No, I'm kidding. He's not a map hacker. He's just awesome. So the second base is up. It's our next core going down. And I think, did he wall himself in completely? I think he can get in and out through here, but I'm not completely sure. Maybe through there. Doesn't seem likely. We'll find out soon enough. Oh, and in fact, he actually can just get out through there. Warp Gate research has gone down. A Zealot and a Sentry coming up for one of many. This Overlord has seen quite a bit. And a from one of many, so that means we might see the Air King build, as Icicle says. If you don't know who Icicle is, you've obviously never watched a Go for SE2 in English. He's a good guy. Third and fourth gas are being taken for one of many, as he will need those if he wants to make a good amount of Stargate units. I'm just going to check my GPU temperature, 76 degrees Celsius, which is awesome, as this is a laptop, so feel good. As I also, if you've heard a brrr noise in the background, that's because I have a fan blowing a lot of air onto my laptop, and I also need water. Frack. Schneider has his second gas actually at his natural, not his main metabolic boost, about to finish. Two void rays are in the works. Evo chamber going down there, almost morphed in. +1 air weapons coming out for our Protoss player as well. Hey, Fack, what's that? I'm getting these random lag spikes today. It's weird. I think Battle.net is fixed. This Void Ray will be spotted by that Overlord. Schneider is now in the red for his supply. Income tab, it's 47 to 42. Or, never mind, 54 to 42. Four crawlers immediately going down at all of the bases for Schneider. Infestation pit going down as well, so we should see some hive tech coming really quickly. The spore crawler is out, but I don't think he'll be able to hit anything over here. But then again, the queen will be able to make up for that. This one void ray is heading down. It's just going to be picking off overlords and overseers. Changeling does get picked off immediately by that void ray. One of many is being very smart. He's charging up his void ray before it even gets to his opponent's base. So we have +1 melee attacks, pathogen glands, pneumatized carapace, I can never say that, and +1 carapace from ground as well. The first infestor is on the way. Schneider's creep spread has been very lacking, as none of his bases are connected. There's only one creep tumor as well. Well, two now. Not a lot, and we do see that there are 5 void rays now for one of many heading over to his opponent's base. What the hell were they looking at? Oh, there we go. The queen did get picked off. We do see that the spore crawler does go down as well, so all the anti-air at this base did go down. 2 more spore crawlers are on the way here. The hatchery is getting targeted down, and it does in fact go down, so that means one of many will not be too far behind, as he is now also making his third nexus. This one Zergling spots it though. These void rays are doing quite a bit of damage. 1-1 is almost finished for Schneider for his Zerglings. And it looks like he wants to go for a counterattack, as well, one of many does not have a lot of anti-Zergling forces other than these 2 cannons at his main natural. But 7 cannons are 6 cannons are on the way for one of many at his third base, so it doesn't look like Zerglings will be a problem anytime soon. The third hatchery is getting remade, and a mothership is on the way for one of many. So, and the Spire for Schneider just finished. Nope, it got cancelled. So, doesn't look like Schneider will be having a very good anti-air force, and he needs to get it up soon. 2 more Stargates are on the way for one of many. +2 air weapons coming out as well. Schneider currently only has Zerglings. This is not the best composition. He does have quite he does have a lot of infestors. He has 11 infestors, and he also has 5 queens. 4 queens that will be 5 queens that will be following the army around in their endeavors as the anti-air. But it's still won't be in a lot, as there is a carrier on the way. Carrier is on the way. A lot more cannons did just finish core one of many at this base. Things are immediately pushed away. More cannons going up at the natural as well. Warp Gate has not been researched all game long. The mothership is now out as well. So this is going to be a very, very interesting final battle that we will see. A lot of infested Terrans are going down. Oh, these are a lot of infested Terrans, but these cannons are doing quite a bit of damage. More infested Terrans going down as well to take care of that mothership. But the Void Rays are helping get rid of them a lot as well. The carrier has arrived as well too. So it doesn't look like those infested Terrans will be a problem. The infestors are all out of energy. There's only queens left and zerglings that can deal any damage. And now the Void Rays and the one carrier are going to be heading to the third base and heading back. Both these players are hesitating on what they want to do. I'm extremely sorry for the lag. I don't have the greatest internet. A nice fungal catching all of the Void Rays there. And all of them did go down as well as the carrier. So that means Schneider's army does have complete drain. Oh, and in fact, it was not that they went down. It was a mass recall that was a little bit of a waste. Schneider's army just has free reign in one of many's base. And as you can see, the Zerglings infested Terrans are just eating away at everything. The Queens is now getting in on the action as well. So it looks like Schneider will have to pull back as his infestors need to get a little bit more energy now. And he can't really do anything about that Queen. A nice fungal catching all of those units just for a little bit. So at the end of the day, Schneider is ahead by 70 supply, which is quite a bit, and an Overseer has arrived as well, so cloaked units will not be a problem anymore, as this Overseer of Fate will destroy, well, we'll see everything. There's actually 5 Overseers here. All the infested turns that can be spawned did get spawned now. This mothership is just rehealing all of its shields. The Queens were trying to get rid of those Void Rays. Not the best decision. The Zerglings now trying to get past out all these Overseers, now getting targeted by the Void Rays. 3 Overseers go down. Schneider's in the red now. Supply block pretty bad. One of many's entire second base became either unpowered or destroyed in that battle. It lasted quite a while. 3 gateways out now. And I don't think there is a way out other than warp prisms or mass recall, but it doesn't seem to be a problem for our Protoss player, as he is going mass air units. Air weapons level 3 as well as graviton catapult, which I believe is something to do with infestors. I haven't actually gone carriers in a while, excuse me. Makes the carriers launch interceptors more quickly. The interceptor upgrade in Brood War was called graviton catapult as well, so I got confused on what if it still did that. And now all these Zerglings are getting caught. The carriers will shoot out some interceptors to kill off a few of these. The Zerglings are heading for the natural once again. This third base is completely safe, as there are a bunch of, well, you know, cannons. But I don't think. Yep, in fact, they are completely safe, as Schneider does not want to go into that. A mass recall pulls out all of one of many's air units back to home, as he did try to attack, but he got answered with a bunch of infestors and queens. Well, let's just take a look at the number of queens. There are 18 queens. Holy crap. I've never seen such a number of queens before, like, ever. Never in my life have I ever seen so many queens. +1 missile attacks has just finished. 10 more infestors are about to pop. 2 void rays are trying to head for the 4th base. Schneider putting down more spore crawlers everywhere. One of many with his air army is also heading for the main now, which has a lot of spore crawlers here as well, 8 to be exact. And the void rays have arrived. The immediate one spore crawler goes down. So far, no void rays have died. Spore crawlers are targeting down the carriers first. Now the void rays. And a mass one. The hive or lair did get taken out. All the air units get mass recalled back, as Schneider is having his entire army go for the main or natural of one of many infested Terrans getting spawned in. The queens are just attacking all of the air units. The Zerglings getting into the natural, passing the wall. All of these queens and infested Terrans are just doing so much damage against these air units. A fungal catching the mothership isn't very lucky, and the mothership finally, in fact, does go down. Fungal catching all of these air units again and again. Another nice chain fungal, and it looks like one of many godly air army has been decimated now, as a lot of these units are in the red or yellow. There's only 2 void rays with full health, and they are now taking damage as well from these queens. Infested Terrans doing a lot of damage on the buildings here, while the queens are just waiting for the air army to come. And so far, one of many. He's lost that entire wall. These queens just doing so much damage. Really, Schneider has not a single queen at a hatchery. That means he has not been injecting at all. But I believe what he's been doing is that he makes a queen, injects, and then heads off. Makes a creep tumor, and then goes to join the army. These queens are getting caught by some of these void rays and carriers, but they will instantly do in fact go down, as they were hitting a lot of the interceptors instead of the carriers. One of many. His Air King build is not down for the count just yet. There are a lot of spore crawlers at Schneider's 4th base, though. They're almost enough to fill up a tab. There's more than 24 spore crawlers at his 4th base. 3rd best base getting remade. 5th base being taken. 7th and 8th gas, I believe, being taken as well. Macro hatch going off as well. Mothership coming back for one of many. His main base is completely barren, as he has been using his natural as his main base of operations. His air units do, in fact, have 3 attack. The ground units are on 1-1. for missile attacks. Ah. So it seems that this game has calmed down a little bit. Schneider has a 40 supply lead here. Schneider is slowly moving forward with these creep tumors. Just gonna check real quickly. Yeah. You guys on the chat are so silly. So funny. You guys are probably the best group of chat goers that I've had my entire streaming career. Templar Archives on the way for one of many, so it looks like he will calm his air units down a little bit. Or maybe not. He still has those he still has 2 Stargates producing Void Rays constantly. He only has 1 gateway, and it's not even a work gate, it's a gateway. A creep spread of Schneider is at the far Zelnaga Tower now. Scorecrawler is moving up once again. He has currently 20 infestors and 13 queens. That's freaking amazing. Now, if one of many wins this series, that means dotSCA will in fact win the match for the week against Robot eSports. They did lose their first match in week 1. I'm not quite sure who it was against. I'll check after the match. Now, after this match, there will be a 4th one anyways, as that will allow Robot eSports the chance for a point. And if you're wondering, oh, so it doesn't even matter if they win or not? Well, yes it does, because if you win, you get more points, right? And if you win the match, you get bragging rights. So we see that Hydralisk now going down for Schneider. In my opinion, it's extremely late seeing that one of many has all these freaking air units, and one of many now heading in with these Void Rays and carriers. Getting bungled. A lot of these